So I'm David McKay, and this is my story. I grew up in a loving Christian home. My parents were very godly, and we always went to church on Sunday. I was a pretty good child. I usually did what my parents told me to do. I was the youngest of my siblings, and I was picked on by them constantly. I fought with them constantly because of this, and also since I was a pest myself. I did the perfect little angel routine when my parents were around, but was a bother to when my brothers were around. Even though I was a fairly behaving boy, I was still a sinner and headed to hell. When I went to Sunday school, in the service I called it Big Church. I usually paid attention in Sunday school, but it was in one ear and out the other. I never paid attention in the service and sometimes took naps. One time, though, in Sunday school, my teacher told the class about Jesus. I knew about God and all the general stories like Noah and Moses, but I never heard about Jesus before. The teacher told me, the class, that Jesus was God and that he lived a perfect life because he never sinned like us. She also said that he died for my sins and rose again from the dead because he was God and had power over death. Finally, she told us that if we believed that Jesus did this and asked him to come into our hearts, he would, and we would go to heaven instead of hell. It must have been the Holy Spirit working in my heart because this message stuck in my head. The next day, I was in school, and I was homeschooled. Asked my mom, my teacher, how I could ask Jesus into my heart. She and my brother Joe helped me bring Jesus into my heart at 5 years old. Since I've been saved, I've been growing more and more as a Christian. I still fight with my brothers on occasion, though they probably say I'm still the pest I was. I've been actively involved in my church, including an LIT in Awana, a student leader in youth group, and just serving wherever I can. I think the greatest change has been I actually pay attention in church and look forward to what I can learn next. I've changed a lot since I was a 5-year-old headed to hell, and now an 18-year-old headed to heaven and trying to become more like Jesus. I'm David McKay, and that's my story.